I'm Brooklyn B. Washington. Welcome to the weekly Blowback, where we debate a hot sports topic at random because we don't have a 2-hour daily show. Joining me in studio is TWB analyst Lake R. Avon.
Is Carmelo Anthony an NBA team killer?
In my opinion, I do think he's a team killer. As we speak right now, through 17, 18 games with OKC, with the reigning MVP, with Paul George, a good couple of pieces off the bench and role players, you're telling me the man is averaging 1.6 assists per game? That's all you can do for me? That doesn't sit well for me. That means you're not getting your teammates involved. That means you don't know how to make other people better around you. For his whole career, he's averaged 3.1 assists. And that's not good enough for me. I mean, I know he's a scorer and that's all well and good, but when you have these type of pieces around you, then you gotta have at least 5 assists per game, man. Come on, man. You gotta do a little bit better than that. And I did a little bit of research, and the teams that he's been on since he went to the Knicks, their record was 36-30, 34-28, 37-45, 17-65, 31-51, 54-28. When they went 54-28, he was injured, and that was during that Linsanity saga that we seen. And right now, as we speak, the Knicks are playing good basketball without him. I do think he kills the team morale, team spirit, team chemistry, just by the way he plays basketball. So I think you're better off without him.
So obviously, you don't know basketball. I've been covering basketball for the past 30 years. Obviously, by covering basketball, I mean I've been watching it on TV. And it's obvious just by watching the games and just understanding the NBA and the NBA's history, that when Carmelo Anthony was traded to the Knicks were a terrible team. He was coming into a terrible situation. The expectation was that the great Phil Jackson was supposed to develop a team around him. And sorry, Amari Stoudemire, but you weren't the key piece to take the Knicks and Carmelo over the top. So all of those records, that's just a reflection of a failure on Phil Jackson. The answer to the question of is Carmelo Anthony an NBA team killer is obviously no, and anybody that knows basketball realizes this. So you made a point about Carmelo Anthony, he should have more assists per game based upon the team that he has around us, more of a quality team. You know what? I would agree with that, except for the fact that Russell Westbrook has the ball damn near 90% of every single possession. The issue here with OKC, and the reason why they're sitting at 8-11 right now in the 9th spot, tied with the lowly Lakers in the West and outside of the playoffs right now, is not because of Carmelo Anthony. It's because of Russell Westbrook.
What the hell
He's
did you just
shooting
say?
The worst field goal percentage at 40% of his entire career since his rookie year. He has more talent around him, but yet his field goal percentage is almost at a career worst. And his free throw percentage, he's shooting the worst of his career. Of course, his turnovers at more than 4.5 turnovers per game is up to the second highest in his career. So the issue is not Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo Anthony is doing what Carmelo Anthony is supposed to do. And Russell Westbrook, it's his job to be able to incorporate the new pieces effectively to get.
Is it my turn?
It's your turn.
Okay, thank you. Because I wasn't listening to much that you were talking about because you don't make sense. You clearly don't know basketball. Russell Westbrook has clearly took a backseat to Paul George and Carmelo Anthony. That's why they're not winning much. In my opinion, I think he should be more aggressive than the old Russell Westbrook. But he's giving them shots coming down the floor, giving it to Melo. He's jabbing and.
Oh, really?
Dribbling.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like he did against the Detroit Pistons, where he shot a season-high 29 shots and 1 of 10 from 3 and shot 34% from the field. That's the Russell Westbrook that you want?
That's one game.
Contribute the wins?
Well, I do. I want that. I want my best player taking shots. That's what I want. At the same time,
even if he's your point guard, huh?
Point guards have changed nowadays, so that means nothing. Point guards are scorers, but Carmelo Anthony is a ball stopper. When you watch Golden State, Spurs, Celtics, they have good players around them. They have superstars around them. But guess what? They work through system. They have ball movement. When you throw the ball to Carmelo Anthony, he's not moving the ball. He's catching it and holding it. Paul George, he brings other things to the table, like playing good defense on Kevin Durant, playing good defense on other people, creating steals, making shots. He's catching and shooting. Melo's holding the ball. And guess what? Guess who's the number one team in ISO ball? It is OKC, and they wasn't last year. So I just think
Carmelo Anthony was traded to OKC. Paul George was traded to OKC. The plan was for Carmelo in his role, and I'll leave Paul George out of this discussion since the focus is on Carmelo. But Carmelo's role on OKC was to bring scoring.
It was being able to score when you were asked.
That's what Carmelo does.
Not hold the ball. Of course, that's what he does. But what else you can't bring anything to the table when you have two.
Is that what we expect from Carmelo Anthony, or do we expect him to be a scorer? Isn't that what OKC needed when Westbrook went to the bench last season?
Did I give you your time to talk? Did I give you your time to talk, or do I not get any time? Do you get 20 minutes? I get 5.
I'm just saying. All I'm hearing is noise.
Oh well, you should listen. You should listen a little bit harder because I'm giving you facts. It's nothing wrong with scoring, but how you score and the way you score, how long you take the score, give me one move and go, or are you holding the ball for 10 seconds out of the 24 shot clock? He limits your team on the offensive end when it comes to trying to create team chemistry and ball movement.
Carmelo Anthony is a scorer.
True.
Carmelo Anthony was brought to the OKC Thunder so that they would have scoring punch to assist Russell Westbrook so that when he is not in the game, he has consistent scoring available to him. Now, Russell Westbrook is an enigma as a player because Russell Westbrook plays a style that's a 100% all-out style. He's aggressive.
He did play.
He's aggressive in going in. He's aggressive in going into the basket. He's a volume shooter.
I'm not gonna let you talk to the people and give false accusations. Russell Westbrook has changed his whole game due to Paul George and Carmelo arrival to OKC. He doesn't even play the same. He tries to get them involved and let them do what they got to do before he tries to take over. But go ahead.
This is the easiest argument, this ball-stopping argument. This is the biggest bait for every NBA or sports analyst or commentator, is that, Carmelo Anthony, he's a ball stopper. He's hurting the team. Well, let me ask you a question. Was Carmelo Anthony brought to the OKC Thunder to help the Thunder be able to compete in the West?
Yeah.
All right. Against the quality teams in the West, let's take a look at Minnesota. 2 losses against Minnesota. Want to know what Carmelo Anthony did against Minnesota? He had 23 points in the first game on 47% shooting and a plus 12 plus minus in a loss. The second game, scored 23 points on 53% shooting. Excellent efficiency against Minnesota, one of the top teams in the West. Against Portland, allow me to finish. Against Portland in a loss, 15 points on 50% shooting. Again, focusing on the West here. Against Denver, who's going to be a playoff team this year, quality team, 28 points on 50% shooting, 6-10 from 3 in a loss. San Antonio, another loss, close loss. Carmelo Anthony, 20 on 52% shooting. Against Golden State, 22 points on 47% shooting.
That has nothing to do with as to how you got them points or if you stopped the ball, why you was getting the points.
There's a bit about stopping the ball. The bottom line is what Carmelo Anthony is doing and how it's contributing to whether they're winning or losing. And if he's efficiently doing what he is doing, which is scoring the ball efficiently against the elite teams in the West, then he's doing his job.